Welcome to day 23 of your meditation journey. Today, we're going to explore one of life's most challenging yet liberating lessons, learning to accept what we cannot control and finding peace in that acceptance. So much of our suffering comes from trying to control things that are beyond our influence, other people's actions, the weather, the past, the future, even our own thoughts and emotions at times. Today, we're going to practice the art of letting go, of surrendering to what is, and discovering the profound peace that comes with acceptance. Find your comfortable meditation position. Allow your spine to be straight but not rigid, your body relaxed but alert. Close your eyes gently or let your gaze soften downward. Take a moment to set an intention for this practice. Perhaps it's to find peace with a specific situation you've been struggling to control, or maybe it's simply to cultivate a greater sense of acceptance in your daily life. Let's begin with some conscious breathing. Inhale slowly and deeply, and exhale completely, letting go of any tension. With each breath, you're already practicing the art of letting go, releasing the old breath to make space for the new. Now bring your attention to your physical body. Notice any areas where you might be holding tension, perhaps in your shoulders, your jaw, your stomach. These physical tensions often mirror our mental and emotional resistance to what we cannot control. Starting from the top of your head, imagine breathing into each part of your body and consciously releasing any holding or gripping. Breathe into your forehead and let it smooth and soften. Breathe into your eyes and let them rest peacefully in their sockets. Move down to your jaw. This is a place where we often hold the stress of trying to control outcomes. Let your jaw become loose and comfortable. Breathe into your neck and shoulders, and with each exhale, let them drop and release. Continue this process down through your arms, feeling them become heavy and relaxed. Breathe into your chest and heart area. softening any tightness there. Move down through your torso, your back, your abdomen, letting everything soften and release. Finally, breathe into your hips, your legs, all the way down to your feet. Feel your entire body becoming more and more relaxed, more and more at ease. This physical letting go is preparing you for the deeper emotional and mental release we'll explore today. Now let's explore the difference between what we can control and what we cannot. In truth, there are very few things we have complete control over. We can control our actions, our responses, our choices. In each moment, we can influence some things. Our health through our habits, our relationships through our behavior, our future through our present choices. But there is so much we cannot control. Other people's thoughts, feelings, and actions, natural events like weather or earthquakes, the past that has already happened, the future that hasn't yet unfolded, even our own thoughts and emotions as they arise. Bring to mind something you've been trying to control lately, perhaps a relationship, a work situation, a health concern, or even your own emotional state. Hold this situation gently in your awareness without judgment. Notice what it feels like in your body when you think about trying to control this situation. Do you feel tension, anxiety, frustration? Where do you feel these sensations most strongly? Now imagine for a moment what it would feel like to completely let go of trying to control the situation. What would it feel like to simply accept it as it is right now? Notice any resistance that arises. This is natural and normal. Let's explore what true surrender means. Surrender doesn't mean giving up or becoming passive. It doesn't mean we stop caring or stop taking appropriate action. Surrender means releasing our attachment to specific outcomes and trusting in the larger flow of life. Imagine yourself standing at the edge of a beautiful flowing river. This river represents the natural flow of life, sometimes calm, sometimes turbulent, always moving, always changing. For so long, you've been trying to swim upstream, fighting against the current, exhausting yourself in the attempt to make the river flow the way you think it should. Now imagine what it would feel like to stop fighting the current, to turn around and allow yourself to flow with the river instead of against it. You're still swimming, you're still making choices about how to navigate, but you're working with the flow of life rather than against it. Feel yourself relaxing into this flow. Notice how much energy you save when you stop fighting what is. Feel the relief of no longer having to carry the impossible burden of controlling everything around you. As you float with this river of life, you realize you can still steer yourself toward the shore when needed. You can still make choices about how to respond to what comes your way, but you're no longer exhausting yourself trying to control the river itself. Now let's work with that specific situation you brought to mind earlier, the one you've been trying to control. Imagine placing this situation, this challenge, this concern into the flowing river with you. Instead of trying to force this situation to be different than it is, practice simply being present with it as it is right now. This doesn't mean you like it or approve of it. It simply means you're willing to acknowledge the reality of what is. Say to yourself, either silently or out loud, this is how things are right now. I may not like it, I may not understand it, but I can accept that this is the current reality. Notice what happens in your body when you say these words. Do you feel any softening, any relief, or do you feel resistance? Both responses are perfectly normal. If you feel resistance, that's okay. Resistance is also something you cannot control. It arises naturally when we're asked to accept difficult situations. Can you accept even your resistance? Can you let your resistance be there without fighting it? Now ask yourself, what can I actually control in this situation? Perhaps you can control how you respond. Perhaps you can control what actions you take or don't take. Perhaps you can control how you speak to yourself about the situation. Focus on these areas where you do have influence, where you do have choice. Feel the empowerment that comes from focusing your energy on what you can actually affect rather than what you cannot. Accepting what we cannot control requires a deep trust. Trust in the process of life itself. Trust that there is wisdom in the way things unfold, even when we can't see it from our limited perspective. This doesn't mean that everything that happens is good or that we should be passive in the face of injustice. It means trusting that we have the strength and wisdom to handle whatever comes our way, and that there are often gifts and lessons hidden in our challenges. Think of a difficult situation from your past, something that at the time felt overwhelming or unfair. Can you see now how that experience contributed to your growth, your strength, your compassion? Can you see how it led you to where you are today? This perspective doesn't minimize the pain you may have experienced, but it can help you trust that even current difficulties may serve a purpose you cannot yet see. Imagine yourself surrounded by a warm, loving presence. Perhaps you think of this as the universe, as divine love, as the wisdom of life itself. Feel this presence holding you, supporting you, reminding you that you don't have to figure everything out on your own. Rest in this sense of being held and supported. Let yourself feel the relief of not having to be in control of everything. You are part of something much larger than yourself, and you can trust in this larger intelligence. As we begin to close our practice today, take a moment to appreciate yourself for this courageous work. Learning to let go of control is one of the most challenging and most liberating practices we can undertake. Make a gentle commitment to yourself. When you notice yourself trying to control something that's beyond your influence, you'll pause and ask, is this something I can actually control? Or is this something I need to accept? If it's something you can control, you'll take appropriate action. If it's something you cannot control, you'll practice the art of letting go, of surrendering to what is, while staying open to how you can respond with wisdom and compassion. Remember that this is a practice. You don't need to be perfect at it. Each time you catch yourself trying to control the uncontrollable and choose to let go instead. You're strengthening your capacity for peace and freedom. Begin to bring some gentle movement back into your body. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Take a few deeper breaths, feeling yourself returning to ordinary awareness while carrying with you this sense of acceptance and peace. When you're ready, slowly open your eyes. Before you return to your day, repeat these words to yourself. I release what I cannot control. I focus on what I can influence. I trust in the wisdom of life's unfolding. I'm at peace with what is, while staying open to what could be. Take one final deep breath, feeling yourself grounded and centered, carrying with you the freedom that comes from letting go. Thank you for this practice. I'll see you tomorrow for day 24 of our journey together, where we'll explore quiet confidence and sitting in your own power.